Today we're trying out the Lakeland multi-yogurt maker. We picked this up for $22.49 from the Amazon online store. And you can make yogurt or soft cheese in here. It comes with a couple of containers, a smaller and a larger one, the base unit and the strainer for if you're making Greek yogurt, for example. It does look fairly easy to use, but it is quite time consuming making yogurt. And what they recommend is that you make it in the evening, leave it in here overnight, and then it should be ready for the morning. It says you can make thick and creamy yogurt in as little as 8 hours, but it can take 10 or 12 hours depending on which milk you use, I believe. It makes over 1.5 litres. And you actually use yogurt to make yogurt. Live yogurt just grows and makes more yogurt. It's got the digital screen that counts down the hours until it's ready. And you can actually set the time and the temperature. And there is some recipes included in here as well. So let's get this out of the box and see what we're looking at. So this comes with the instruction booklet. This is the parts, cleaning and maintenance guide. It tells you how to use the machine, and there's a little chart in there that tells you about the 2 programs that you've got on this machine. C1 is a set program at 42 degrees, but you can adjust the time between 8 and 12 hours. And C2 allows you to adjust the time and the temperature between 25 and 65 degrees C, and anything from 1 to 99 hours. There are also a handful of recipes in here. Basically, these are recipes that you can make with the yogurt that you've made in the machine. You don't make these recipes inside the machine, but they're really useful to have. The base unit looks quite neat. I like the colours of this in the white and blue. It's got a good size cord on here. The digital display looks fairly easy to use. The up and down to adjust the time and the temperature, and then the stop start button. You've got 2 containers. One is just ever so slightly bigger than the other. Each one fits in there individually, and there is one lid that actually fits on both of those containers. And we do have the strainer basket here, and that fits again in either one of those containers. And then you've got the base unit lid. So once you've chosen which container you're using, you'll pop your ingredients in, you'll pop the lid on, you'll sit the lid on the top of the base unit, and you'll put your program in here. When you've finished, this all stores together really nicely. And you can store that away in the cupboard. So I'm going to make a nice basic yogurt in here today. So let's get the ingredients ready and get these parts cleaned up and ready to use. So I'm going to make some plain yogurt using the booklet provided. I'm going to be using the small container. So I need 150 ml of yogurt and 1350 ml of milk. Now I'm using semi-skimmed milk, so that's going to take around 10 hours. If you're using whole milk, it only takes about 8 hours, and 12 hours for skimmed milk. Maybe it takes a little bit longer to set. I've prepared the equipment, I've given it all a rinse out, and it does recommend that you boil wash the container just before you use it. The yogurt needs to come up to room temperature, and we need to boil the milk and then let it cool down to between 32 and 43 degrees C, so we'll use the thermometer to check that. While we're doing that, we are going to plug the machine in and let it just warm up a little to preheat it. Once the milk's cooled down, we'll stir it into the yoghurt in the container, then we'll pop it into the machine. I'm going to put it on for the 10 hours overnight and hopefully be ready for the morning. So there we have it, that's the multi-yogurt maker by Lakeland, available from Amazon. That was fairly straightforward to use, but it did take quite a lot of time. So I think doing it overnight was the easiest thing to do. And it does also say in the booklet not to move the machine or disturb it at all and to keep it out of any drafts. We can just simply pop the lid onto that yoghurt and that will store in the fridge for up to 4 days. And we love natural yoghurt, especially for breakfast. We like to just add our favourite toppings. We'll pop a link for this in the description below and we'll add this to our Amazon playlist and hopefully that helps someone. Thanks for watching.